guys, today I am going to show you how to use Convolut MCP in Claude Desktop. Convolut MCP is the new MCP tool that allows AI agents to interact with your context store on Convolut web application. In order to install it, first visit GitHub with the link I placed in the description of this video and clone the repo to your local device. Or simply install it via npm package manager in the command prompt as you can see here on the GitHub repo page. Once installed, please remember to edit your Claude Desktop config file with the syntax like this. The Convolut API key can be obtained from your Convolut account under the Settings tab. As I already had an API key created, I am not going to create a new one. So, just going to skipping this part. Once you have everything set up, it's now time to test out the Convolut MCP on Claude Desktop. Okay, so now I'm at the screen. On the left-hand side is my Claude Desktop, and my right-hand side, as you can see, is my context bank in my Convolut workspace. So now I have a context file called N8 AI agents. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to open this context. You can see here this is the content of my context. What I'm going to demonstrate now is using Convolut MCP on my Claude Desktop to try querying this content. As showing here, I already have the Convolut MCP set up in my Claude Desktop, which you will also do if you follow the steps to set it up according to the GitHub link. I'll try to query this contact using the Convolut MCP. Just typing out right here, what do you know about N8 AI agents? And tell Claude to specifically use the Convolut MCP tool. Okay, so then you can see Claude Desktop starts to use the search_context tool of the MCP to search for the context. What it does is actually making an API call to search for all of my context using the keywords provide. So then you can see here, it's found the exact context with the matching based on that keyword. And it even got the context ID nailed down. But then Claude Desktop decides to do another search, as trying as helpful as it is, to make sure that there's anything else related to that keyword, N8 AI agent. And it keeps searching. It even tried to use another tool called list context, to try to do a broader search. And finally, here we go, it identified that context based on these keywords. Beautiful. You can see the content of the context here clearly matched between the left-hand side and the right-hand side, where it talks about the difference between AI tools and AI automation workflows. I think Claude is trying to make its own interpret from the content retrieved here. You can see how amazing that is, that you have the MCP pulling the data right out of your context bank. Okay, so now the next part would be even crazier. I'm going to show you how I'm going to use MCP, the Convolut MCP in Claude Desktop, to actually update that context on my Convolut platform. Now I'm going to copy this part here where it said what N8 AI agents are based on natural law knowledge. That's what Claude provided. So I said to Claude that I would really like to see this part here added to the context item on the right-hand side. So what I'm going to do is just copy and paste that and tell Claude Desktop to use the MCP tool in Convolut and update that context. Put it down here. And now the agent will look it up and use the Convolut MCP using the update context tool. You can see it queried using the context ID there and straight up called an API behind the scenes to get that text updated, right? Voila. So you can see the update has been done, it's confirmed by Claude Desktop here. So now on the right-hand side, I'm just going to refresh this page and hopefully the context will have that new additional content. Alright, let's scroll to that context card here. And there you go. What N8 AI agents are based on blah blah blah. So this is the new content being updated by Claude Desktop. This is in my opinion one of the best feature and user experience, as you can actually use Convolut MCP to tell your AI assistant to sync your context anywhere and anytime you go, saving you time and elevate your productivity. That's it. Thank you for watching and I hope you will be using Convolut platform soon in your daily works.